frankly, I just don't feel like I have the time and energy to do anything. So this is the third time in this whole pandemic that I have been out of from work. And it's hard. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who have lost work from this pandemic, but I was fortunate not to lose work from this pandemic, but it's only like after looking back on all of this, it's just, the pandemic has really, I don't think it has affected me as much as everyone said, because during during mass quarantine, I wasn't really feeling that bad of just staying in, doing whatever. I couldn't relate to people. I mean, I could relate to people not working because I wasn't, obviously the center was closed. My mom she worked for the state, so she worked at home. But I was on unemployment. And I also got that extra $600 from the federal government. So, and then I went back to school, and when the center opened back up. And so, I was good with the paycheck. And then, so I don't think I ever really experienced how depleting this pandemic is until now. And I don't know if anyone else is going through all of this that I'm going through, because this is the third time I've had to stay. I've been screened out of work because the guidelines. My center has always been very precautious about safety and sanitization. Obviously, when you're working with little kids, especially kids in the early education bracket, they're fun. You love to work with them. They're really funny, but they are disgusting. So we have to take precautions with that. And so when I came back, I didn't really see any difference, except we would always have to be asked questions about, like, every time we came into work, our health screen advisor would always ask a question: do you have this, do you have that? And then we say no, and then we take a temperature, then we were fine, so then we would go in the building. It's just, I feel like every time, and I feel like, and now I just feel like, I just feel terrible. It's like, this is, like I said, this is the third time I've been screened out. This is the third time I've had to stay out all week. Well, I mean, the first time I got screened out, I didn't have to stay out all week, but I stayed out for like 2 days. And that was because my mom didn't tell me that my uncle, who was coming to our house from Atlanta, did not get a COVID test. Well, he actually got a COVID test, but he didn't. He got a COVID test a long, long time ago, and I don't know why he didn't think to get a COVID test right before he left Atlanta, instead of getting one like a week or 2 weeks before he came to Massachusetts. So And apparently my mom did not think of telling me that. So I had to call them into my job and tell them I can't come into work until I get a COVID test. Fast forward to February, and that was in October. Fast forward to February, and my idiot health advisor, had a baby who was his mom actually initially kept him out and said, oh, he was sick, and they took a COVID test and they were out until they got a doctor's note as well. And so they came back because the baby was coughing and he had a runny nose, so she kept him out. So they got a COVID test. My health screen advisor stupidly said, what the next time a week later he got a runny nose again. The mom said, you know what, I'm gonna call the office, my center before school started. She said, I want to keep my son out for today. My health screen advisor stupidly said, oh, you know what, you can come in anyway. I mean, you're fine. We all know that you're not contagious. So he comes in, and it's just so the next day, she tells me this on the day she said he can come in. And so I don't know why I didn't think anything of it. The next day I call out. I had a sore throat, but I mean, it wasn't that bad because I feel like everyone gets a sore throat a little bit after when they wake up during the winter. But what's concerning me, because my sore throat usually goes away after, your body starts revving up. So that's why I never really called out sick. But I told them that I have a runny nose and a little bit of a sore throat, and so they automatically said, no, you can't come in today. And my doctor, she couldn't see me because obviously she can't drop everything and come to my aid when I call. And so, because she has other patients. So, that's my brother if you hear him. I have to stay out. And I don't have a doctor's note, so I just take the COVID test, but my doctor can't see me at the time I want, so I have to wait the whole 10 days to be screened out. And it sucks. It really does. And it's my health advisor advises everyone, oh, stay out when you feel sick. But when when a parent says, oh, yeah, I want to keep my son out, it's just no, come in. It's and so it makes me think, oh, so I see where this is coming from. And then fast forward to here, this March, I just looked at my COVID test. I got my COVID test repeated, and it was negative. And it was exactly a month when I got my other COVID test. I'm done with this. I'm done with this whole thing. This pandemic is crazy. I can understand a little why everyone's going crazy and protesting the pandemic and just going crazy. And I'm not justifying all of this violence that they're doing, but I understand why everyone's going crazy. I evaluated why I've been so angry this whole entire time. I've just evaluated why I've just felt so angry during this whole time period. It's just that I never really thought about it until I actually realized how stressful going through all of this screen out process that my job is enforcing on me. This is probably the reason why I've been just felt so angry towards everyone in my household, and because I just can't take it, and plus I'm in school. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I'm missing my kids. It's like one of the kids just turned one, and one of the kids in my classroom just turned 1. So I missed that. Well, technically they turned 1 on Sunday, but I wanted to be there for them on Monday, and I don't know. It's just, and now I'm just looking at my whole time with my job, and I just felt like they've been playing games with me since I took this job a year and a half with them. They haven't been good to me, and I do so much. I feel like I did so much for them, but now during the pandemic, I understand why. I understand why they have screwing out processes, but I feel like, particularly for me, I just feel like it's been very weird, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's gone through all of this mess, who has been quarantined out of work for 3 times. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in this. The center's pretty small, so basically everyone on a name to face basis at that center, and all the kids in that center, from pre-K to infants. Everyone in that center. There are a few new faces in preschool and pre-K, but that's another story. But I feel like there are a lot of the people, of the teachers there. They call out, and then for some reason they come back the next day, and it's like my job will take the COVID tests that take, the PCR tests that take 2 to 3 days to come back, and then there are the COVID tests that take that are like 15 minutes, or like you just do it probably for peace of mind. But because I remember I had to take one when I went to go see my aunt. She lives in senior housing. It's a really nice apartment. I wish I lived there. But it's just they just use it for contact tracing instead of actually saying you're negative. So my job takes PCR tests. They don't take the other one. So I know that people who call out don't have time to take a PCR test, get a note from their doctor, and then come back. Since everyone's come back, no one can go from classroom to classroom. It's just you have 3 people in your classroom, 3 teachers in your classroom, and then that's it. No one goes out, and just so they can make sure they know if someone gets sick, they know what to do. And so I feel like my pod, they've gotten sick so many times and they've called out and then they've come back. And so I'm wondering, so, and it's like, I know sometimes, like, not every, it's like, once, you can probably be sick, and not have COVID symptoms. So, like, yeah, that's one, I get that. Two, it's like, it's two, I don't know. And it's just like, so two, yeah, one of them like hurt themselves. So I'm just like, okay, I get why they were out. But one of them was just out because they kept throwing up. And it's just like, what? So why does she keep getting to come back? And that's one of the things that my center asks you every time they screen you. Do you have some gastrointestinal? Throwing up is gastrointestinal issues, but no. She only wants to say, "Oh, it's stress," and I don't. And I mean, I believe sometimes you can throw up due to stress, but it's a COVID symptom. So, but why is she still coming? And these people call out all the time, and so then I take the initiative to I'm okay to work the whole day instead of just a 9-hour shift, because one, it's good money, and two, I really don't have anywhere to be except doing my homework. I could do the homework, but it's just like, but I try to avoid doing homework. It's bad. I try to do it, but I don't understand why when I get sick, I am automatically, oh, COVID. But then when someone else gets sick, it's just like, oh, you know what, you can come back tomorrow. We know it's not. So it doesn't make any sense to me. So, they're playing games. And, maybe, I don't know. Part of me is thinking I'm looking way into this, but another part of me is saying they're playing games. I've talked to my mom about this. I've talked to my aunt about this. They say this is discrimination. I've talked to the regional manager about this. The second time I was out, about the health screen advisor persuading the mom to bring her sick child to the center, and then getting me sick, and apparently, so now I have COVID, and it's just like, and the senior manager, the regional manager was just like, okay, I'll talk, I have a meeting with the centers on Zoom, so I'll just say indirectly, you guys need to, how administration needs to not tell parents not to bring their kids to school when they don't want to, when their child is sick. But it's not just the COVID thing. It's, like I said, they've been playing games with me since, I don't know how long, since I started working there. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to discuss the regional manager. When I contacted her on the phone, she said, let's schedule an appointment. And she said, well, I'm gonna be at your center in a few days. Maybe we can talk there. And I was just like, no, I don't want to talk there, because I don't want them to know that I'm talking to you, because I don't want them to think that I'm talking bad about them. I don't want them to, because I feel that's just gonna start something, and I don't want to start anything with them, because like from day one, I've had someone a infant teacher who was just rude to me for no reason, and I talked to them. I didn't use the infant teacher's name, but I talked to them and they did nothing. They never said, like, I know they didn't want to call her out by name, but I told them the infant teachers don't make me feel welcome. And I told them, and a second thing happened where a floater came. She started a few months ago. She was doing the same thing. I told them, they said they would do something. They never did anything, and I kept complaining to them. And it's just, it hurts. And it's just like, I feel like, and that's why I feel like I'm starting to find my voice, but I'm still at that level where I'm still subservient. And I feel like this has happened through all my jobs. Ever since I've gotten my first job, I've had to deal with people that just never really would, for some reason, the managers would always say, would look at other people who probably didn't even do anything, and now, and like, if I slack off, I get reprimanded. And because I take every job seriously. I don't care if I work in retail or anything. It's just like, I mean, even though I know it's just a path to get into the workforce. It's not anything, but I take it seriously because it's a job, and I don't want to lose the job. And I feel like that happens even in the job that I'm now. I mean, the other infant teacher, I don't think she really does anything. She doesn't know how to. She doesn't know how to clean the classroom after we finish. I mean, she does what she can, but she doesn't do everything. And she's been there longer than me. I just feel like a lot of the infant teachers cut corners, and just to stop. If you get the baby stop crying, then you've done your job, not in the right way, but in the way you think. Yeah. And it's just like the way sometimes when they talk to the babies, I don't know if administration was there and they heard them. But again, I'm too afraid to tell them, why are you talking like that? We were taught not to talk to them that way, but I don't know. I would just get chewed out, and so that's why I wanted to stick it out for, I don't know why, because I don't think I've ever been at a job for 2 years. But this job is terrible. I've already been at the job for 1.5 years. This job is not paying me enough money. I mean, because I feel like I do so much stuff, but I still, but, well, I mean, it wasn't their fault. I mean, I knew what the money was in the beginning, so, I mean, so I just feel like, yeah, this job has helped me realize, has taught me what I need to do in order to be successful in childcare, but I feel like I can take my stuff and my skills somewhere else, and I will get paid a sufficient amount of money that I need. Because also, I mean, I want to move to, I haven't decided yet, Taiwan. I'm looking at Taiwan and Japan. Maybe Russia. Russia also looks cool too, but Russia's cold. It's like, I thought Massachusetts was cold. And like, I could be in Massachusetts, but then it's like, I heard sometimes they get to -40 degrees Celsius, and I'm just like, no, I don't think so. But and I want to move in about like 2 or 3 years, and it's not helping me get what I want. So I mean, I sometimes I want to, but then I'm just like, you know what? I'll just wait until I finish school, but because that's a whole lot that I have to deal with, and I don't know. I just feel like the way that I want to move forward in my life, this job is not helping me, and this job is playing with me.